Your spiritual activation just began, and there's a masculine energy absolutely panicking right now, because they just realized they can't control you anymore. The veil just lifted on who you truly are, and everything they thought they could manipulate about you just went up in flames. What I'm about to reveal is going to confirm why you've been feeling this shift, why certain people are suddenly acting strange around you, and why your entire reality is about to transform in ways that will shock you. This is not a coincidence that you're here. The Empress just came through first, and I need you to understand what this means. You are carrying divine feminine light codes right now. This isn't just pretty spiritual language. You are literally holding frequency, holding power, holding light that others can feel when they're in your presence. This is your season of activation. Everything you were promised as a child, every vision you had, every dream that seemed impossible, every elder or teacher or parent who spoke life into you and told you that you were special, that you were chosen, that you were going to do something significant. All of that is coming into fruition right now. The Six of Cups is sitting here confirming that those weren't just nice words. Those were prophecies. Those were downloads. Those were spiritual assignments being planted in you early so that when this moment came, you would remember who you are. But here's what's happening that you need to be prepared for. As you transition into this activated state, as you step into the Six of Swords energy and start moving toward your destiny, there's one specific person who's going to come out of nowhere trying to block your path. This is someone who sees you moving, sees you changing, sees you ascending, and they're about to become your opposition. This isn't random spiritual warfare. This is targeted. This is personal. This is someone who had plans for you, and your awakening is destroying everything they thought they had locked down. The High Priestess is revealing that your silence, your quiet power, the strength you've been building without anyone's permission, is triggering this person on a level they cannot handle. They thought they had you figured out. They thought they had you contained. They were wrong. Let me tell you exactly who this person is and what they wanted from you. This is someone who at one point may have been in romantic energy with you, but here's what they really wanted. The Queen of Cups reversed is showing me they wanted you to be their mother. They wanted you to nurture them endlessly. They wanted you to be the person they could come to whenever they needed emotional resources, spiritual energy, validation, comfort, encouragement. They saw you as someone who was supposed to just stand there and be dedicated to their transformation while they gave you nothing in return. You were supposed to be their good luck charm. I keep getting this vision of the Apollo Theater, how performers would rub that tree stump for good luck before going on stage. That's how this person saw you. You were supposed to be their hoodoo mother, their spiritual resource, the person they could rub for energy and luck before they went out into the world to do whatever they wanted. And they truly felt entitled to keep you in that position forever. This person never once considered whether that would make you sad. The Five of Cups is showing me they had zero interest in whether someone with your potential, your power, your light would feel captive in that role. They only cared about whether they could make use of you. They wanted access. They wanted to be able to tap into your energy whenever it benefited them. This was never about love. This was about control disguised as connection. But here's why this was never going to work on you. And this is where everything shifts. You are Queen of Swords energy. You have an internal dialogue that never stops. You are spiritually aware, intellectually sharp, constantly analyzing what's happening around you. You cannot be captured. You cannot be contained. You've read too many books. You've studied too much. You understand spiritual warfare. You understand mental manipulation. You see through people's tactics before they even finish executing them. This person has never seen you in your full power. They've never seen you under real pressure. They've never seen you angry. They've never witnessed what happens when you tap into that dark feminine goddess energy and decide someone has crossed the line. They don't know that the words that come out of your mouth when you're done playing games land like spells and can change someone's entire trajectory on the spot. They think you're soft. They think you're controllable. They're about to find out exactly how wrong they are. The Knight of Swords is showing me this person's energy. This is someone with heavy air sign influence, most likely Gemini, but could also be Libra or Aquarius, or just someone with a chart dominated by air energy. This person believes they are a master communicator. They think they can talk their way into or out of anything. They think they can control the speed of situations, manipulate conversations, gaslight you into questioning yourself, and mentally maneuver you back into the position they want you in. They think their intellectual tactics are unbeatable. They've used these strategies on other people successfully, so they're confident it'll work on you too. This is the type of person who thinks raising their voice or standing up out of their chair is enough to make someone back down. It might work on some people. It will never work on you. Hey beautiful souls, if you're already subscribed, thank you for being here. For anyone new, I'm Leo. I've been reading tarot and working with intuitive energy for years now. My goal is to bring you clarity on your divine love path, while helping you stay empowered and never settle for less than you deserve. Now let's dive further, because this is where it gets intense. Here's what's about to happen that this person doesn't see coming. When they try to approach you with their mental games, when they try to gaslight you or manipulate you or play tricks with communication, you're going to respond with something they're completely unprepared for. The Three of Wands and Ace of Wands are both showing fire energy. While he's coming at you with swords, with mind games, with manipulation, you're going to fight back with pure fire. Destruction, transformation, passion, the kind of energy that burns everything down if necessary. You're not going to engage in his mental chess game. You're going to flip the entire board. It's giving burn this down if I have to energy. It's giving you really don't want smoke with me energy. And the match that lights this fire, it's the moment of recognition. You're gonna have two recognitions happen simultaneously. And this is what changes everything. First, you're gonna fully recognize yourself. You're gonna understand your fire, understand that you carry the light, understand that those childhood prophecies are activating, understand that this is your moment and your time. Second, you're gonna finally see this masculine clearly for who they actually are. You're gonna recognize the truth about their intentions. You might have been giving them more credit before. You might have thought they were cooler than they are, or that they didn't need to be handled a certain way, or that maybe they'd change over time. But when your lights fully turn on, when that spiritual glitter really starts glittering, you're gonna look at this person and think, oh, okay, I see exactly what this is now. You're this type of person and you actually think you're gonna stop me from my destiny. That's the moment the fire ignites. That's when your dark feminine energy fully awakens. The Nine of Swords is showing me what happens to him when you activate. This person is going to experience something they've never experienced before. They're going to start losing sleep. They're going to have stress they can't explain. They're going to feel mentally tormented. Here's what's happening spiritually. The demonic entities that sent him to block you, that gave him the confidence to think he could control someone like you, they're going to turn on him the moment they realize they're losing this battle. When your divine light activates and that dark goddess fire energy starts radiating around you and justice starts rebalancing the scales, those spirits are going to be furious with him. They sent him on an assignment and he failed. They're going to torment him specifically in his mind because that's where he thought his power was. He's going to experience headaches, migraines, insomnia, forgetfulness, brain fog, all mental attacks because the mind is what those entities were using to speak lies through him to you. He thinks he's a master manipulator, but he's about to get destroyed by the very forces that sent him. Here's where your dark feminine justice really shows up. And this is beautiful. The moment you recognize what's happening, you're gonna do something that will shock him completely. You're gonna turn cold, ice cold. The person he thought he could depend on for warmth, for nurturing, for emotional energy. The Queen of Cups he thought he had access to forever. She's gone. The Five of Pentacles is showing me you're going to withdraw every single ounce of energy from this person. No more reactions, no more explanations, no more engaging with his manipulation. Spiritually, you will become completely unavailable to him. And that coldness, that withdrawal, that's how your fire energy manifests in this specific situation. That's the dark feminine redistribution of justice. He wanted to keep you as his resource. Now you're the coldest person he's ever encountered. He's gonna try one more tactic because he's desperate. He's gonna try to dangle sex in your face. He's gonna use physical intimacy as a weapon. He's gonna try to weaponize your femininity against you by saying things like, "A real woman would want to please me. A real woman wouldn't just walk away from this. You're really gonna let this go." Keep in mind, all of this manipulation is happening because your time of activation has arrived. You're being called into higher-level feminine energy and goddess-like assignments. He's not just here to inconvenience you. If he can lock you down, he can stop everyone you're meant to reach. If he can trap you, all of your spiritual students don't get fed. All of the daughters you have in the spirit, all the people meant to receive your message, nobody gets the knowledge. This is why the spiritual warfare is so intense. You're not just a regular person. The Hierophant is showing me you're a teacher, an oracle, someone who carries messages that will change lives. You're part of the spiritual pipeline. If the enemy can stop you, they stop everyone downstream from you. That's why you have to protect your energy like your life depends on it. Because other people's lives actually do depend on it. You have to stay in queen energy. You have to stay exalted. You have to be vigilant about who has access to you, who's in your social circle, even whose numbers are in your phone. Some people's energy is so toxic that just having their contact information creates a doorway for harassment. This is why narcissists are strategically placed in the lives of hierarchical spiritual leaders. They're designed to break you off at the path, to hijack your social network, to detonate your influence before you can rise. Every major world changer had mentors. Every significant movement started with one teacher inspiring one person who changed everything. What if Judas had actually succeeded in stopping Jesus before the resurrection? How many people never get the message? That's what's at stake when someone tries to trap a hierophant. You're probably carrying a divine message or movement. You probably have spiritual daughters and sons beyond just your biological children. You probably have spiritual authority that someone somewhere desperately needs. You're part of the pipeline, possibly in John the Baptist energy. The forerunner, that's why they target you socially. That's why they try to break your network. But here's what they didn't account for. You have dark feminine justice on your side. Your Two of Pentacles shows this masculine falling into complete confusion when you turn cold. He's not going to know what to do. He's going to lose his mental balance because he can no longer get reactions from you. You've removed yourself spiritually from his reach. You've gone mute. You've withdrawn. And when he tries to gaslight you by saying you're being wrong or you're being a problem, or you're not being the woman he thought you were, the Two of Swords energy shows you could not care less. You're at a point in your life where you're perfectly comfortable being called whatever he wants to call you because you know the truth. You know you're getting the victory. You know where the Most High is taking you. And if you have to look like the villain in his story to get there, you're completely fine with that. The Six of Wands is your outcome. You are going to win this battle. You're going to reach the door of success. This person was nothing more than a vulture trying to eat away at your flesh so you wouldn't make it to your destiny. But you escaped. You flew away like a kite. You got free from that situation. And you're going to reach your ultimate success and do the work the Most High has assigned to you because you have work to do. Anytime you experience a lot of social isolation, anytime people come into your life and suddenly become agents of chaos, anytime you make a friend and they turn envious or jealous, anytime someone tries to create a smear campaign against you or mock what you do or diminish your accomplishments, know that this is confirmation you're chosen. They hijack the social networks of the chosen because one chosen person lifts up so many more. For every hierophant they stop, hundreds or thousands of people never receive the message. This reading is especially for the dark feminine hierophants, the transformation agents, the ones carrying energy that disrupts old systems and rebuilds new ones. Dark feminine energy is change agent energy. It's tower energy. It comes through and changes what people believe women can do, what women can be, what family structures can look like, what spiritual authority looks like. There are so many of us in the collective now, divine masculines too, whose energy is all about transformational healing, healing wounds, healing old scars. Now that this energy is rising, demanding justice, disrupting old systems, tearing down corrupt foundations, exposing antiquated ideas, showing even people who claim to be of God that they've strayed from truth. The spiritual warfare is intense. But you look back through history at every agent of change, and you'll see they all faced massive spiritual warfare, and they all overcame. Here's what you need to watch for as this unfolds. You're gonna start seeing angel numbers everywhere, especially 1111, 444, and 222. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations that your activation is happening and your path is being cleared. You're gonna notice technology acting strange when you think about this person. Your phone might glitch, apps might crash, songs that remind you of them will play unexpectedly. These are signs that the spiritual separation is occurring. You might dream about fire, which represents your power activating, or water, which represents emotional transitions. Pay attention when you hear this person's name randomly or see things that remind you of them right before they try to reach out. That's your intuition warning you. For timing, this entire shift is happening right now. The activation phase is current. Within the next 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to notice this person acting differently toward you, possibly more aggressive or more desperate as they feel their control slipping. The moment you go cold and withdraw your energy, which some of you are doing right now as you watch this, that's when their torment begins. By the end of this season, you will be fully transitioned into your Six of Wands victory energy and moving into your assignments. This is happening fast. The Eight of Wands energy that came through earlier confirms rapid movement. Don't be surprised when circumstances shift overnight. When this person suddenly becomes irrelevant to your life seemingly out of nowhere, that's divine timing. When opportunities open up that align perfectly with your gifts, that's your reward for protecting your energy. What you need to do right now is stay in your power. Keep your standards high. Do not shrink yourself for anyone, especially not for someone trying to trap you in an expired dynamic. Focus on your own growth, your own activation, your own assignments. Let them come to you, or don't come at all. It doesn't matter. What you should not do is chase forced conversations or doubt your worth for even a second. Don't let guilt manipulate you into staying accessible to someone who only wants to drain you. Don't let anyone weaponize your femininity by telling you what a real woman would do. A real woman protects her energy. A real woman walks away from anything that threatens her destiny. A real woman chooses her calling over comfort. Here's the truth. I need you to fully absorb everything you've been through, every moment of isolation, every friendship that turned toxic, every relationship that didn't work out, every time you felt alone or misunderstood or like you were too much or not enough. It was all preparation. Your guides saw everything. They saw you choosing yourself when it was hard. They saw you healing. They saw you refusing to settle even when settling seemed easier. And this person who's trying to block you right now, this situation, this is your final test before your activation fully completes. This is your confirmation that you're ready for what's next. Because if you weren't ready, this level of opposition wouldn't be showing up. You're not meant for average. You're not in love, not in purpose, not in life. You carry a frequency that most people will never understand. You see through people's souls. You carry light codes and divine downloads. That's why your journey has been difficult. You've been waiting for assignments that match your energy, for people who can handle your depth, for a life that actually reflects who you are. This person who thought they could control you, they were never on your level. They were a test. They were opposition meant to strengthen you, meant to force you to recognize your own power, meant to show you that no one and nothing can stop you when you're in alignment with your purpose. While you're in this activated energy, keep choosing yourself, maintain your boundaries, like your life depends on it, because your spiritual life does depend on it. Don't doubt what's unfolding. Don't question the isolation if it comes. Don't worry about who stays or goes. The right people, the right opportunities, the right assignments will find you because your frequency is magnetic now. You're pulling in everything meant for you and repelling everything that isn't. This masculine who tried to trap you, he's already defeated, he just doesn't know it yet. But you know it. You can feel it. That's why you're here watching this reading. That's why this message found you at this exact moment. The universe is orchestrating every detail. Your angels are working overtime, clearing your path. Justice is rebalancing every scale. And you're about to step into the most powerful phase of your life. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. Trust what's unfolding. You're exactly where you need to be, and everything that tried to stop you just made you stronger. If this reading resonated deep in your soul, drop a fire emoji or a crown emoji in the comments, so I know this message reached you at the divine time. I'm filming another reading about the spiritual assignments waiting for you after this activation that you're going to want to see. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm sending you so much love, so much protection, and so much power on your journey. You're rare, you're ready, and you're about to rise in ways that will shock everyone who underestimated you. I'll see you in the next reading.